Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today's video is going to be a Christmas 2021 decorate with me. Hope this gives you guys some ideas for decorating yourself, especially if you live in a small space like we do. There is not, unfortunately, much room to be putting lots of decorations or huge trees and garlands and things up, but we make the best of what we've got, and I just wanted to make the place look a little bit festive and fun for the kids, and obviously just put a few decorations up. Of course, you know, it's Christmas after all, we have to get into the festive spirit.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you.
So right now I'm just giving you an overview of all the decorations that I've got. I got all the decorations out and I sorted through them and just sort of like divided them up and just laid out everything just so that I knew what I was going to be messing around with this year. And a lot of the decorations are from past years and some of them are new. So I have this Jingle All the Way little garland thing. I've got a couple of the Christmas gnomes. I've got the candy cane lights that you can see in the back there, which will be outside. I'm not going to be doing those in this video, but I just wanted to pop them out just to show you so that you could see what we have, and the icicles and some new wooden decorations I got for this year, and a few other bits and pieces as well. But like I say, most of them are actually from sort of the last few years, and even from being older than that, because some of them, including the baubles, a lot of them are actually my mum's. Bless her heart, she had a lot of Christmas decorations, and when she passed away back in 2006, I did kind of go through them and I did get rid of a lot. Obviously I put them in for charity shop, and some of them were kind of broken and where they'd been boxed up and put into storage and things, so I did get rid of a lot in the bin, but I also did take a lot because I wanted that sentimental thing to continue, and just the idea that she's kind of with us even through something funny like the decorations. I know it sounds weird maybe to some people, but I just thought it would be lovely just to kind of keep something of hers in the house, especially at this time of year. And she's not, you know, with us physically, but she is obviously like with us still, so I included obviously a lot of those decorations. And because I've got quite a lot, there were actually some that I didn't end up using. I just put them away. But as I said, I just wanted to kind of lay everything out just to show you what we have. And then I just sort of picked and chose which ones that I was going to be using for this video. And I did want to actually film this all on the same day, one day during the week when the kids were at school, and then for them to come home from school and be surprised that all the decorations were suddenly up. But the day that I got these out, it fell over a weekend and the kids were both at home. And of course, obviously, they got really excited when they saw the Christmas decorations and the tree, and they kept saying to me, please put the tree up, please put the tree up, just the tree. So I relented and I kind of said to them, okay, we'll just put the tree up today, which was a Saturday when I was filming this overview, and then I've put the other decorations up another day. So that's what I ended up doing. So the tree ended up going up about a week earlier than what I actually planned to decorate. It sort of went up the weekend before. I planned to kind of give it another week and then do it the following week, if you know what I mean. So it was originally going to be filmed round about sort of the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, and it ended up going up a week before that. So it's all good, it's fine. At least it gives us a chance to enjoy it for longer, and that's the thing with kids in the house. Obviously they get really excited and they love to see the decorations up, and it really gets them into the festive spirit. So I thought, why not? And actually, as a result, the house has looked really cozy for the last couple of weeks, and obviously for the extra week that I wasn't planning on putting the tree up. So it's all good, it's fine. The kids loved it anyway. So yeah, this is the tree going up. So I've just taken it out of the box, and I'm just obviously fluffing up all the branches and just sort of bending them and twisting them. It is an artificial tree, so that's the good thing about it, is that it just kind of is used year after year. And I say year after year, but we've had this, I think this is the second year we've had this now. We did have a tiny little tree, it was like a 3-foot one, because I didn't want to get one that's too big and worry about sort of it taking up loads of space, because as I said, we only live in a small home, it's a mobile home, so we don't have huge rooms to be having sort of 7-8 foot trees, unfortunately. I wish we could. I wish we had a big house that we could actually do that, but anyway, it did, and we had that for a few years, and we made do with that. And then I said to Neil last year, what about if we just get like a 5 or a 6 foot tree? That'd be fine. We've got a nice little corner, a couple of little corners in the living room for it. It won't take up too much space, and if needs be, we can just keep one side of the tree flat where the branches are folded up, and just have the rest of the tree sort of bushed out so that it's not going to be sticking out too much. And that's actually what we ended up doing last year and this year. And unfortunately, because I've got my desk as well in this corner where we would have put the tree and we would have had plenty of space for it, would have been a perfect corner, we did have to actually flatten the branches on one side. So you'll see me obviously pulling out the branches, but you'll notice that at the back of the tree that's sort of like facing the desk or towards the kitchen, you won't actually see me pulling those out as much, because obviously that side of the tree is going to be flat against the wall. So now I'm just putting the lights on, and we've got 2 sets of lights. We've got some cool white ones and some warm white ones. They both sets actually on the tree look lovely. They kind of balance each other out in a funny kind of way, and especially if I kind of put one of the sets on for twinkling, or the different settings that you can have them on, it actually really looks lovely.
I'm out of place in a sea full of smiles. Walking down Main Street tonight. Got a lot on my mind since you walked out and said, Merry Christmas, babe, give me some time. Holidays are coming and there's no way around. Better join in the holiday crowd. While I'm struggling to find some peace of mind. Merry Christmas, babe, hope you're alright. When you're not here to walk with me, it all seems like a waste. So tell me tonight, won't you come home? These are the days you shouldn't be alone. And if tonight you've got no plans, bring the miracle back home around. 'Cause I need it in this part of town. 6:15 and you're still on my mind, while an old man sings Oh Holy Night. Yeah, the streets might be full, but I'm empty inside. Merry Christmas, baby, wish you were mine. When you're not here to walk with me, which makes it all seem great. So tell me tonight, won't you come home? These are the days you shouldn't be alone. And if tonight you've got no plans, bring the miracle back home around. 'Cause I need it in this part of town. I don't need anything, yes, I got everything. I should be doing just fine.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also...
Now that both sets of lights are on the tree, I'm going to go around and do the baubles. And as I said, a lot of these baubles were actually my mum's, bless her heart. She had so many, and like I say, I did get rid of a lot, either for charity shop or some had shattered, so I did have to throw a lot away, but I did keep a lot as well. So again, like I say, it's just lovely to sort of think that there's a little piece of her that's still in the house, especially around this time of year. So it's a way of kind of having her with us. And the tree is kind of like a red and gold, and I'm also going to be putting some white tinsel on it just to kind of give that flocked effect. When we got the new tree last year, we had ummed and ahed about getting a flocked tree, and then just decided, especially with us being in a small space and us and the kids walking through and brushing against it, it is just going to go everywhere. It's going to make so much mess. So we just decided against it. We thought we'll just get a plain green tree, and then if needs be, we can just add some white tinsel or maybe get some snow spray or something and just spray sporadic bits of the tree if we really wanted to have a flocked effect tree. And again, snow spray does actually tend to flake off and it gets everywhere. So we decided not to do that. And this year I decided that I was going to do something a little bit different and put the red and gold tinsel elsewhere and just have white tinsel on the tree with the baubles and the decorations and the two sets of lights, and it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a flocked tree look. And now I'm hanging the special baubles, as I call them, which are the ones that are personalised for the kids. Amelia, her first Christmas, she was only like 5 months old, and she got a couple of special baubles with her name on, sort of saying "Merry Christmas, Mimi, first Christmas." And Zach got one as well when he was born, his first Christmas. But by then he was kind of almost a year old because he was born in January, and obviously we had his first Christmas, and then he was a year old a month later. So yeah, I mean, he's got one. Mimi ended up getting two, I suppose, because she was the firstborn, but there was a couple of people that had the same idea, obviously, and got her a bauble, and as a result, she ended up getting two. But it has also become a little bit of a tradition. Actually, the last few years, I thought it'd be quite lovely to get them personalised baubles every year. And I thought, well, okay, I've already got a lot of baubles and a lot of decorations, and if I accumulate a few more over the years, at some point it's just going to mount up, and I probably won't have space for all of them, and it's just storing them away as well, especially in a small house with not much storage. So I thought, well, actually the best idea is probably to get flat acrylic ones and have them printed and personalised. So that's what I've kind of ended up doing for the last few years, is every single year I'll order them a printed flat acrylic one, so that they're actually easy to store. And when it comes to getting quite a few of them, there are already a few, but when it comes to, you know, throughout the years as they get older and they have one each year, there's going to be a lot there. So I just thought, well, at least they're kind of flat and they're easy to just like stack up in a box, and just a lot easier to store. They're space savers, and they do it really lovely, actually, especially with the lights on the tree sort of in the evening. And you can get some really nice ones as well, and I just tend to order those from eBay, and I message the seller and just tell them what I want for the writing on the bauble. And it's normally just "Merry Christmas, Mimi," "Merry Christmas, Zach," "Love from Mummy and Daddy," and then a couple of kisses. And I am actually still waiting for a couple of those. I was a little bit late ordering them. I actually almost forgot, if the truth be known, I almost forgot to order them, and I'm waiting for those to arrive. Hopefully they should be here within the next few days. Fingers crossed they should be here for Christmas this year, but yeah, I'm not expecting them for a couple more days yet, but hopefully just in time for maybe the 1st of December or something, and perhaps we can just make it a little special thing that we actually put the brand new decorations on the tree on the 1st of December.
And Christmas is my favorite time. And Christmas is my favorite time of year. And Christmas is my favorite time. And Christmas is my favorite time of year.
And as you can see, I have my little Christmas helper here with me. Mimi decided she wanted to hang a couple of her personalised ornaments on the tree, especially this little angel that she's got that's got her name written on it. And she enjoyed doing this little part. She was deciding where she wanted to put her little angel. And because Zach didn't get as many, or hasn't got as many personalised ornaments, I told him he could actually put the star on the tree as a special thing. So you'll see that in just a moment. Zach puts the star on the tree, but unfortunately it ended up falling off, so I had to straighten it. Yay! And as I said earlier on in the video, I decided to put white tinsel on, and I was actually waiting for that to arrive. I'd ordered some through eBay and it was a couple of days before it arrived, and it wasn't in time for the first part of decorating the tree that you saw. So this is on the second day that I decorated, where I put all the other Christmas decorations up. As I said, I'd filmed this on 2 different days, so the tree was on one day and then the rest of the decorations were on another day. But by this time, when I got round to doing the rest of the decorations, this was a different day and the tinsel had actually arrived, so I had to put the tinsel on after I'd put the ornaments on, which normally I would do it the other way round. I would do the lights first, then the tinsel, and then the ornaments, so that I don't knock all the ornaments flying. And I did knock a couple down and had to put them back on again, but I had to sort of try and be careful and weave my way around it. And you just saw Mimi run past. Sadly, like I say, was planning on doing the decorating in general, or certainly the second part of the decorating while the kids were at school, but Mimi ended up being off for a couple of days this week because she, as it turned out, by the time we took her to the doctors a few days later, she had a chest infection and a slight ear infection. So she was having antibiotics for that, and she had to be off for a few days just until the medicine kicked in. So she was off this particular day when I was doing this. She was here with me, handing me the garlands of tinsel. And I only got 3 garlands because I thought that was going to be more than enough for a tree of only sort of 5 feet tall. Although saying that, I actually wish that maybe I'd got a 4th garland of tinsel, but I kind of just had to space it out, which is what you can see me doing now, is just sort of threading it through and trying to space it out as best as I can, just to make the tree look a little bit more even with the tinsel. But it was fine. I mean, I could order another lot of tinsel or just pick another lot up in one of the shops in town, but I probably won't bother. Or maybe I'll do it for next year, but for this year, it's absolutely fine.
Home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. such a charm, got you up in my arm. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present. Come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the sea.
Now moving on to the other decorating. So I'm going to start with the living room shelves. I'm first of all putting these little Christmas Nordic gnomes up and a couple of these Christmas ornaments. There's a house and a snowman and they're tea light holders. So you pop tea lights or LED candles, tea light candles in the back, whichever you choose. If you want real tea lights, then you can use them, or if not, do what I've done, which is LED candles. They're just safer, especially being on the shelf, in case they get knocked down by the kids or the kids take them down and want to have a look at them and stuff. That way I don't have to worry about lighting any candles and then them burning themselves or anything. So I just put some LED tea lights in the back of them, and they just light up and they glow, so it makes it look like the snowman's glowing a little bit and the house has got lights twinkling inside. It looks really, really cute, especially in the evening when it's dark and cozy in here, and they really glow up with the tea lights in the back. And I'm also putting a couple of these little snow globes up, which the kids absolutely love. It's like their favourite part. The snow globes and the gnomes, I think, is their favourite part. And I've also got some fake berries and couple of these little Christmas trees, and there's a little angel ornament as well that you can see just in the middle of that shelf, and that was actually my mum's as well. It was actually a Christmas tree hanging decoration, and it used to have some thread through it, and I decided to take the thread out and just use it as a little shelf ornament. And again, like I say, it just kind of feels like my mum is sort of like sat there with us and looking down on us, and she's a little angel in heaven. That's the way I love to look at it anyway. So next, moving on, is my desk area. I thought I'd make that look a little bit festive, seeing as I'm often sat at it and it's just nice right next to the Christmas tree as well. So I'm just popping this little fake Christmas tree up, which I did wrap some gold tinsel around it from a couple of years back. And this was given to us by Neil's mum, and it did actually belong to her mum, I think, and it had been in storage for a little while, and I don't think her mum had used it for a long time. She just sort of like put it away and not really taken it out. And it's actually a little advent tree. It's kind of like a wind up thing, so you can wind it up with a key at the back, and it does go round. It plays Christmas music and things, and it sort of like turns slowly, and it's got little drawers in the base of it, which they're numbered, so it's up to the 24th of December, and the idea is like an advent calendar where every single day you take out a tiny miniature ornament that you hang on the tree, and you hang one every single day. So I thought it'd actually be quite lovely to put some little copper wire lights around it, just to make it look like an actual real Christmas tree, like a miniature version of our tree, and just put a little bit of gold tinsel around it. And then every single day the kids can kind of take it in turns to put a little ornament on the tree. And I thought that was quite nice as well, because since Neil's nan sadly passed away, I just thought this was a lovely way, even more poignant, to actually have something of hers in the house. And it's something for the kids to enjoy as well, and even if she didn't use it or take it out for a long time, it is still one of her things. So I just thought it'd be a lovely way to kind of have her around us at Christmas as well. So as you can see, yeah, they're tiny little drawers and tiny miniature ornaments, and they're really sweet, and the kids are really excited about starting to put those on the tree as well on the 1st of December. And this little tea light holder that you can see, this little dish with some gold glitter in it, Zach actually made that a couple of weeks ago at school. Bless him, it's his first real piece of craft that he's brought home from school since he started in September, and he was so proud of it, and he's so excited about lighting it on the 1st of December. I said that we would wait until the 1st of December to actually light it as a way of marking, obviously December and Christmas month starting. So he is super excited about that. He keeps asking about it. He was sort of say, can we light my candle? And I sort of said to him, no, not yet, it's not the 1st of December yet. So yeah, he's really looking forward to doing that. It's like his little special thing that he wants to do. So now I'm just putting some Christmas cushions on the sofa, and a lot of these are just Christmas cushion covers, which I've just popped over the scatter cushions that I already had from autumn decorating and even summer decorating. I did pop a couple out. I got some summer cushion covers, and yeah, I think it turned out really nice. I did get a couple of extra oblong ones. I bought a couple of new oblong cushions and the cushion covers separately, and I just love how it turned out. I maybe should have got another red cushion, thinking about it, but because there is actually a lot of white in here. But as it turned out, I kind of looked again, and the more I sort of look at it now, it actually doesn't look too bad. I actually quite like the fact that it's a lot of white in it and then little pops of red. I think it really sets it off. So now I'm going to be starting to decorate a little bit in the kitchen. I'm not going to do too much because we don't have a huge kitchen and we don't have a lot of surfaces to be able to put lots of things on and take up all the space, and we kind of like need it for when we're having to prepare food and the kids putting stuff on the sides and things like that. So the sides do get cluttered quite a lot anyway. So I just wanted to kind of keep the space quite clear still, but also still put some little festive things up. So I'm just going to pop this garland up around the bread bin, and I'm going to be changing out the mugs, and I'm also going to pop this little snowman up, which Neil's mum gave to us. Actually, I'm not sure where she got it from, but it's a little USB one. You just plug into the USB point and it just sort of glows up. It changes colour and the kids love it. They thought it was really sweet, and I thought it was a nice little touch just to go on this little shelf here.
I don't know what he wants now, and I don't know why he said all the things he said to me. It means nothing.
And I'm also hanging up this little chalkboard sign, which I had personalised a couple of years ago for the kids, where it's obviously like you just write in the star with chalk, like how many sleeps until Santa visits Mimi and Zach. And the kids absolutely love that. They love seeing that because they get to count down. So I change it every single day. I scrub it out and write how many days it is until Santa comes. And yeah, they love that.
But I don't care. Oh, you ain't ringing my bells no more. Oh, you miss out on love, and that's for sure.
Now onto the other side of the kitchen, where the coffee machine sits, the coffee machine that we don't tend to use very much, I must say, but yeah, this is a shelf that sits in the corner above the kitchen sink. It's got my essential oil diffuser and things on it as well, and I'm looking forward to diffusing my Christmas themed essential oils as well. I've got one called just Christmas time. I think there's one called Christmas tree. There's a sweater weather one, I think. Christmas morning, I think, is another one. I've got a few of them now, so I look forward to diffusing those actually in the coming weeks. And I'm just going to pop some garland round here and a couple of these little nutcracker soldiers, which I got new this year. I thought I'd add a couple of little nutcrackers. And I must admit, I would love to have the space or a fireplace to actually get the bigger nutcracker soldiers, because I think they're really lovely when they sort of sit either side of a fireplace or on a mantelpiece. But unfortunately, we don't have an open fireplace, and we just haven't got the space to kind of put them on floor level and get the bigger ones. And the kids would just absolutely wreck them, I think, probably because they would just see them as toys. So things like this are best kept out of the way. It's been bad enough actually since the tree's been up. The kids have been sort of taking a few of the ornaments down and wanting to play with them. And I have to keep telling them, no, you can't play with them because you'll break them. They're ornaments, and they're just for decoration. But bless them, they're really excited about all the decorations being up. And I did also put this little spindly, dangly Santa on the shelf, and this little teddy bear that's holding Christmas presents, just as an extra touch. Now onto this cake stand, and I thought I'd decorate this with some red and gold tinsel just to dress it up a little bit so it wasn't so bare. I'm just going to put my hot chocolate bar sign on, and just a hot chocolate mug that me and Neil got a pair of a couple of years ago. We got them as Christmas gifts actually, and it's basically one for each of us. And I thought I'd put one of those on this stand. And I didn't actually have any hot chocolate to put out at the time, but since this video was filmed, I have actually got some hot chocolate, and it's in a little tub, and you'll see that in the overview. I ended up going out into town and got some the following day, just to kind of finish it off. So it does actually look a little bit more like a hot chocolate bar. It's not the most dressiest of hot chocolate bars. Obviously, I've seen some people's on YouTube videos, and theirs are absolutely incredible. But I just thought, well, with 2 young kids around, and they do put a lot of things up on the side, and sometimes they like to just mess around with stuff up here, and I just didn't want anything damaged or thrown around. I didn't want any of the treats pulled down and eaten, which is what would happen with my 2 kids, unfortunately. So I kind of just put the bare minimum on here. So it's just a little Santa and a fake Christmas tree and just a tub of hot chocolate, which I emptied out and put a label on, and just a hot chocolate mug, and just some little fake berries as well. And I just lit a candle. I still had some of my autumn candle, so I just lit that because it's a lovely festive red colour. And yeah, I think it turned out okay. At least it kind of dressed up the side a little bit. And as I said, I put all these Christmas mugs out as well, and the kids had some little mini elf ones, which is really nice for hot chocolate, and they just look really cute as well up on the shelf. And now I'm putting a Christmas tea towel and a Christmas hand towel out. I've got a couple of each of these, and I just decided to put the one tea towel out and the red towel. I have got a white one as well. I've got a couple of sets of these Christmas towels. And I'm also just changing the mat in the kitchen, and I'm just putting this Merry Christmas one out. And next I'm just putting this Jingle All the Way banner up above the kitchen clock. And I did get this new, actually. It's got little bells on it, and it's all sparkly and it's gold, and Mimi absolutely adores it because of the sparkles and the gold, and it just looks really nice up. And the bells jingle as well, which is an added bonus. And yeah, they're often saying to me, can you jingle the bells, can you jingle the bells? So I have to kind of reach up and sort of just jingle a bell, and they love it. They think it's absolutely brilliant. And as something a little extra in the kitchen, I put up this little hanging Santa, which is basically supposed to show him, kind of give the idea that he's climbing the ladder. That's why there's 2 of them. And the kids absolutely love this. They're kind of always messing around with it. They stand in the kitchen doorway and sort of mess around with him. And I had to pin him at the bottom in the end because they kept kind of flicking him, and he was swinging out and he kept coming off the hook. And yeah, so I ended up pinning both of the top and the bottom. And now I'm just in the bathroom, and I'm going to just put a couple of little Christmas ornaments out, and I thought I would just decorate the shelf with a little bit of red tinsel just to add a little bit of extra colour in this bathroom. And I'm not going to go too crazy. I just thought it'd be nice to dress it up a little bit, just make it look a bit more festive. So I've just put a white hand towel out behind the door, and like I say, just this little red garland of tinsel, and I'm just going to pop a couple of little ornaments up here. Now moving into the utility, and I just wanted to dress this up a little bit just so that it looks nice and cosy and festive when you come in the front door. And I'm just going to start with putting this little sign up. It just says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and it fills up this little space on the wall nicely, seeing as we don't have the shoe unit there anymore. And I'm also just going to be putting a couple of garlands of tinsel round the top of this wardrobe, which is where we put our coats and our shoes. And I'm also going to be popping a Christmas countdown date block on the top here. It's shaped in the shape of a snowman, and the school picture of Mimi and Zach, they're one both together, which I did have on my desk area, and I decided to move that obviously because I had the little Christmas tree on the top of the desk area in the living room. So I wanted somewhere to put it, and I thought it would be a lovely place to put it as people sort of look through the window or walk in the door. And also I thought it'd be nice to put this little arrangement of Christmas stems out here in this glass vase and just pop it on the floor. Just it looks really nice and cozy when you walk in the door, so that when it kind of glows up at night and the Christmas lights are on the top of the wardrobe, it just looks really cozy in here as you walk in. And I'm also just popping a doormat down, just a Merry Christmas doormat on the top of our normal doormat. And I know it looks like I'm doing it upside down, but obviously from the outside looking in, when you walk through the door, it says Merry Christmas, so it makes sense. So I haven't gone mad, don't worry. And that is it for this area. Like I said, I didn't want to put too much in here and clutter the space up too much, because obviously the washing machine and tumble dryer are out here. Obviously we go in and out, you know, the shoes, coats, things like that, but I just wanted to make it look a little bit festive. And lastly, just to finish off, I didn't put any decorations in the kids' rooms this year. I just decided to pop these couple of little Noel signs and Santa Stop Here signs on their door, just to kind of make it look a little bit festive for them. But unfortunately, like I say, my kids, they tend to take down Christmas decorations and play with them and throw them around. I just didn't want anything to get damaged, so I thought, well, this would be enough. We spend most of the time obviously in the living room anyway, and the kitchen area, and obviously they don't come in their bedrooms a lot. So as long as the main area is decorated, that's the main thing. So that is it for this Christmas 2021 Decorate With Me. I hope this gave you guys some ideas if you're thinking of decorating yourselves in the next few days. And I will be back next week with the start of Vlogmas. I'm going to be doing weekly Vlogmases rather than daily ones. That's more than enough doing weekly with 2 kids and everything crazy going on at Christmas. So I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.